welcome back to the show. We are playing a Space Invaders clone, and talking about my history with Space Invaders. I remember back in the '90s. I'm going to be honest with you. I never played Space Invaders in the '80s. Actually, the arcade I went to at the time, actually, of the two arcades I went to, there was no Space Invaders machine. Probably because by that point, those machines were really old, and arcade operators just they're focused on what's the new stuff. The new stuff. You gotta play the new stuff. They don't care about some old game. That looked so primitive. This is actually more challenging. Because man, they're throwing like snowballs at you, and look how big your character is. I mean, you're just kind of doomed, you know? You're just kind of doomed. So, yeah, I don't really like to play this one much in this arcade or in some of these amusement places because I don't know. I'm not a Space Invaders person. I remember watching a YouTuber who admitted he got like the Space Invaders arcade one-up machine, but after playing it, he came to the conclusion, yeah, he's not a Space Invaders fan, and it's a lot slower game. Like that game I just played, that sort of a tribute to it. It's at least faster. It's a little faster. But what it is you need to understand it is that what you need to understand is that I'm starting to think that one up top, that one bowl, it keeps changing prizes. So if you nail that and you get it at the right time, you can actually get a decent ticket prize. This is, of course, this is Plinko, and Plinko, of course, in Japan is like a sort of a backwards way of getting around Japan's gambling laws. I got a lot of tickets, by the way, from that one. That was pretty good. Of course, some people like to gamble with Plinko, and which is absolutely ridiculous because the odds are so against you. Because physics-wise, the ball is always going to be attracted to the middle of the game. It's sometimes you get lucky and it will head towards the far corners, and that's where you make your money. Is it me or some of the balls like kind of glitching through the hoop and it's not counting? Because if you don't hear the bell, that doesn't count. So it's really hard to do this with just like a controller. Like this is a real life thing where you can feel the physics of the ball and the physics and whatever. So let's see. Play this game. You gotta hit the high when the guy's like blinking. That's when you gotta throw the ball at him. It's hard to nail this just right. There, I got him right there. It's a pretty fun game, actually. I mean, it's hard to do in this world because it doesn't. It's just a video game. But if you're in real life, you're in some arcade. You would have a fun time with that. And more redemption machine. I mean, you think about with this machine, you're guaranteed to get some kind of tickets. It's 171 tickets. That's probably the highest prize you can get. I don't know if you can go any further in that. Only problem with this machine is sometimes the balls just kind of get stuck a little bit and they just kind of sit there for a bit. You know, you're kind of like, I kind of want to just, could you kind of please just kind of, so I can move on here? Oh, 421 tickets. This is kind of like the crappy area where, you know, some of the games are kind of like, eh. Every arcade has that, you know, where, you know, like it's, you know, I'll be honest, this is more of a, you know, it's an arcade you would find in like the 2000s or something like that, or the 2010s or something like that. Um, it's, you know, it's all redemption machines, and that's really pretty much what happened because there were, you know, game publishers weren't making, you know, arcade video games like they were. I mean, some still do. I mean, some still do because they know that, you know, they can get some extra money, you know, selling, you know, arcade cabinets like a I'm sure in some places I think I've seen there is still like some Street Fighter they make and stuff, and I don't know if they'll have like a Street Fighter 6 arcade cabinet or something like that, but Street Fighter 4 I think they have actually made an arcade cabinet of, and 5 I don't know, maybe. I'm playing some skee ball, and again, it's not very easy to determine how much force you need, like where your screen is perfectly centered, you know, like that was good. That was really good. But yeah, it's, you know, if you throw too far, yeah, it's not good, but it's kind of random actually, you know, like you could throw it one way and you get a good score, and then you could do that and it looks really stupid. Now you got to wait until the ball rolls down and you feel stupid. A bit of dead air. It's getting trickier actually to figure out what to name some of these videos now, because it's sort of like some once in a while, like that's why it's like important to, you know, I gotta remind myself it's very important to actually like walk around all over the place, go outside and try to get the most like, you know, experiences. I mean, even that last episode going to like the pawn shop, that was like, it was just something different. You know, I mean, but you know, there's a sense of nostalgia, you know, and I guess I forgot to take take my tickets to the machine there and actually I decided I'm going to eat some pizza or drink whatever the heck this is, you know. And I do apologize for no sound, you know, because there's actually areas of this game that it will trigger copyright content ID. It does. I was. It was sad too because I finally changed my video. Um, the video editor I was using. I finally got a decent one, And then when I did it's like as soon as the first video I put up that had some sound in it, and it's like bam, hit copyright content. Even though the game audio was actually, I put it kind of low, you know, so it would have been perfectly fine. But oh, see you next time.